The world's first successful parachute jump? Louis-Sébastien Lenormand performed the world's first successful parachute jump from a 26-meter-high tower in Montpellier, France, in 1783, paving the way for the development of the parachute. On December 26, 1783, a crowd gathered outside an observatory in Montpellier, a city near the Mediterranean coast of France. The observatory was located in the medieval tower Tour de la Babotte, one of the few remaining towers from when Montpellier was a walled city. Standing at about 26 meters tall, the tower was typically used for studying astronomical phenomena, such as eclipses. But on that December afternoon, the Tour de la Babotte was set to be used for a completely different purpose. Inventor Louis-Sébastien Lenormand, the son of a clockmaker, was preparing to demonstrate his invention in front of the eager crowd. Lenormand had developed a device that would allow people to jump from burning buildings and land safely without injury. His device consisted of two large umbrellas attached to a sturdy wooden frame. Lenormand had practiced the jump from lower heights, such as from the branch of an elm tree, and had also tested the device with animals before gaining enough confidence to test it on himself. At the scheduled time, Lenormand appeared at the top of the tower. He waved to the crowd, which was growing more excited, then firmly gripped the handles of the enormous umbrella-like contraption, jumped, and landed successfully. Although Lenormand did not invent the concept of the parachute, he was the first to put his life on the line and trust an idea that had existed for thousands of years. The earliest known references to parachutes are fictional. Han Dynasty historian Sima Qian told the story of Shun, a mythical Chinese emperor who escaped his cruel father by climbing to the top of a tall granary and jumping safely to the ground, using two large straw hats to break his fall. The oldest actual depiction of a parachute appeared in an anonymous Italian manuscript from the 1470s, showing a man gripping a crossbar attached to a conical canopy floating in midair. A decade later, Leonardo da Vinci sketched a more sophisticated parachute design with a square frame supporting the canopy instead of a cone. His drawing included a description: if a man has a tent made of linen, with openings sealed and measuring 7 meters wide and 7 meters deep, he can jump from any great height without injury. Croatian inventor Fausto Verancio studied Da Vinci's design, keeping the square frame but replacing the canopy with a sail-like fabric that he believed would slow the descent more effectively. In his drawing titled Homo Volans, Verancio depicted a man parachuting from a tower, possibly St. Mark's Campanile in Venice. This drawing led some historians to believe that Verancio, at the age of 65 and gravely ill, may have actually tested his design by jumping from St. Mark's Campanile. However, the lack of written evidence suggests the event may not have occurred, and the drawing was merely a conceptual illustration. 2 years after Lenormand's jump in Montpellier, he coined the word parachute, combining the Italian prefix para, meaning to protect, with the French word chute, meaning fall, to describe the function of the device. After Lenormand's demonstration, parachute design rapidly evolved. In 1785, the same year Lenormand coined the term, Jean-Pierre Blanchard demonstrated the use of a parachute to safely land from a balloon using a dog. In 1793, Blanchard got the chance to test the parachute himself when his balloon was torn. He also invented a foldable parachute made of silk, replacing the linen fabric stretched over a wooden frame. In 1797, André Garnerin made the first jump using a frameless silk parachute. In the early 20th century, Charles Broadwick introduced two important parachute innovations. He packed the parachute into a knapsack worn on the back, and the parachute was deployed using a static line attached to a balloon. When Broadwick jumped from the balloon, the static line stretched, pulling the parachute out of the pack and then detaching. This integrated system worn on the back became the standard for all modern parachutes. Even today, military paratroopers use static line parachutes,